On the surface, it might seem like a normal place, but don't be fooled. Connecticut is the state where they like their cheeseburgers steamed.
Oh yeah.
And there's even one place where pickle pizza is the people's pick.
We wouldn't have it on the menu if people weren't buying it.
And is there anything normal about a hotel room with a helicopter in it? Then there is that strange ritual, hundreds of years old, performed annually down in the old port city of New London. Every September, the townspeople of New London, young and old, gather for a ritual burning of Benedict Arnold.
I call it the original Burning Man Festival.
Benedict Arnold, of course, was the infamous American traitor, a native son of Connecticut. His British troops burned New London to the ground in 1781. The very next year, New Londoners staged a burning of their own.
They built an effigy of Arnold with two faces and paraded him through the streets and then burnt the rest.
The grim tradition continued annually until the Civil War. When Darren Wood, artistic director of the local Flock Theater, learned about it, he knew it was time for a revival. After all, the treachery of Benedict Arnold, who grew up in the neighboring town of Norwich, still burns hot in this port city.
The people in New London don't forget too easily, and we just can't give it up. And well, why should we? It's too much fun.
Travel 30 miles north of New London to the town of Windham, and it doesn't take long for a theme to jump out at the visitor. What's up with all the frogs? It goes back to the mid-1700s when, one summer night, a terrible noise in the woods alarmed local citizens.
So people ran out of their houses, they brought their muskets and their pitchforks. They thought they were being attacked by something. Could it be the British? Could it be Indians?
Bev York, director of the local America Museum, says the next day hundreds of dead frogs were found around a pond in the area where the noise was heard. The legend of Windham's Battle of the Frogs was born, soon to be immortalized in ballad and book, even enshrined in local currency.
But what happened is people all over, as far away as Boston and everywhere, were making fun of the people of Windham because they couldn't tell the difference between attacking troops and bullfrogs.
Embarrassing? No doubt. But can we back up to the deadly battle itself? For more on that, we turn to Susan Herrick, who studies frogs at the University of Connecticut. What's more, she grew up about a mile from the grisly scene.
You get into late high school or your early adult years and someone tells you this weird story about something that happened right up the road from your house, 200 years ago, and you're kind of like, huh?
Herrick says if indeed hundreds of frogs, croaked, it wasn't from some amphibian gladiatorial clash.
It was not frog on frog time.
Herrick says a severe drought in the Windham area in 1754 explains the die-off.
It was too many frogs together in one place at one time.
Meanwhile, what once mortified the good citizens of Windham is now marketed, most prominently on the Willimantic Bridge, where 4 large and improbably handsome amphibians welcome visitors to this proud town.
The embarrassment was turned around because we were able to make the story into a tourist story and capitalize on it and sell frogs, frog memorabilia, and so there it is.
And it was a total coincidence that Professor Herrick, the frog scientist, grew up a mile from the legendary Battle of the Frogs.
Yes, she has this theory that the frogs went berserk with their croaking when there was a drought, the water supply dried up, their territory therefore began to shrink, and so they just went kind of nuts over that loss of water and habitat. She has combed the literature and the research for another instance of this and has not found it. So the mystery lives on.
There you go. Still ahead, an upside-down alligator and a 2-headed calf.